Hey, welcome to tacomojo.com. Thanks for checking out the portfolio section. And the site that we're looking at now is a work in progress for AARC, an adult residential care home. It's actually two homes in Hilo, Hawaii. So this is the home page. You can see above the fold. I'm working with the colors of their logo. That was a request from the client. And so we've got a nice green, blue, and a little bit of white in there just to lighten things up and give some contrast to the text and buttons and such. So above the fold hero section, pretty boilerplate for this type of site. And then we'll scroll down, just a nice clean aesthetic. We've got a little bit of interesting background and these little wave SVGs, and this little wavy border in between sections just to keep things interesting and light, airy feeling. Text is all chunked into digestible sections just, to avoid that wall of text feeling. But yeah, so pop out videos. And of course, like I mentioned before, this is still a work in progress. So this text isn't finalized. Still waiting on the client to complete a few sections so that I can get this updated and launched. But yeah, public approval always important, and then the ability to schedule tours of the homes. Standard footer here with the social links, ability to sign up for the newsletter, privacy policy, and other things linked down at the bottom there. For the other items in the menu, there are pages for virtual home tour. Uh, you've got the immediate CTA to book a tour, or this actually links to a contact form to learn more. And then again, pop out video. This isn't the actual home, but you get the idea. It will be in the near future. Scrolling down, again, just keeping things nice and digestible with the CTAs interspersed throughout. And that's pretty much, both of the, just a broad overview of what it's like to work for AARC. And then kind of the meat of this section is in the open positions where it dives into the team members and then also the actual open positions. Had to refresh that real quick. I had to do like a little update on the back end, and I had to refresh this page to populate all of these. These are custom post types, and so each one of these are its own individual little entity in the background. But at any rate, you get the gist. This is just a short blurb with the image and social links for existing team members. Of course, these aren't actual team members. They will be in the near future. Like I said, still working on finalizing content. And then current open positions, we're using custom post types to display these out. And you've got the ability to click in and apply for that particular position. Here's a little contact form with the resume upload. And so this way, it kind of takes a little bit of the weight off the shoulders of the business owner for this application process. They can allow these to flow in without having to, actively pursue candidates or be emailing back and forth, I guess is a better way to phrase that. And so yeah, that's the career section. Partnerships in the future, they're hoping to probably have some partnerships with various different vendors for supplies that they need. This is just kind of a guide through that process, what that would be like. It's kind of set up on this timeline configuration. And then you've got the ability, as always, to get in touch with them. So having these contact forms and having this stuff spelled out is another nicety that just, it's kind of a buffer zone between the owners of the business who are actively trying to run, their core business, which is the care home, which is a lot in and of itself. This takes some of the weight and carries some of the weight for them with, the general public and communications back and forth, and allows them to kind of manage those items on their own time. At any rate, the events is a public facing calendar where people will be able to see going on at the homes from time to time. Of course, this is all test data, but from time to time they do put on events for the residents and also the residents' family. And then, of course, the employees have special events um, at the facilities as well. And so this is just a nice way to display those and then also allow people to sign up for, to be able to attend the events. Again, this is just another mechanism of taking a little bit of the burden of arranging all of these things and scheduling, RSVPs by email. We kind of alleviate that and do that through this calendar. FAQs is long. We'll probably move some of these pages over. I'm not going to go through every single one, but pretty much it's the same kind of ebb and flow as the rest of the site, where stylistically it's kind of the same. But yeah, in a nutshell, that is. Oh, of course, you got a pop-up contact form. That in a nutshell is AARC. Like I said, it's still a work in progress. Really nice people. Check them out in Hilo, Hawaii, Arzaga's adult residential care. Thanks.